Hey y'all, this is Julian Rico. Want to let y'all know today it is, of course, the national championship for the college football season between the number two ranked Washington Huskies and the number one team in the country, Michigan Wolverines, in Houston Texans, NRG Stadium. Let's get to it. So this is a preview for this game, starting off with Washington. Well, Washington, a what a season for them. Starting with Michael Penix Jr., who should have won Heisman Trophy winner, and I think this year it's been all Michael Penix Jr. than Jalen Daniels, who I think Jalen Daniels maybe should have won did won Heisman Trophy winner, but should have been Michael Penix Jr. anyways. Yeah, but you look at through their wins. I mean, you got to be honest. They beat Oregon twice, which included also the Pac-12 championship, beating Utah, Arizona, Oregon State, and those are really good opponents. And Washington had to do is run the football with Dylan Johnson, who we're hoping if he'll play or not. And I will be honest, this team could spoil Michigan's defense, which we'll get to Michigan in a minute. But to let all of us know, do not keep an eye on Washington because next year we'll see them in the Big Ten. High hopes for them. So this is the last time we'll see them in the Pac-12, which they're not going to call it Pac-2 because 2024 or 25 season is going to be just the Pac-2. So, anyways, but for Washington, future's bright. They're now in the national title game, and they're searching for their third national title game. The last time they've won it was 1991, so that's been a long time for these Huskies for hunting a national title game that they've been waiting for a long time. So we're wishing them the luck. All right, now to Michigan. So if you already heard Jim Harbaugh, will this be his last game as the Michigan Wolverines head coach? Will he be going to the NFL or is he going to stay with Michigan? But if you go look at Michigan's team, this team has fought back from a lot. You started off with Jim Harbaugh getting suspended the first 3 or 4 games I could be concerned of. And then he gets suspended for the last 3 games, included the Penn State game. Sherrone Moore, active as head coach, took that Michigan win against Penn State. That was a step up for Michigan without Jim Harbaugh. And then you go in Ann Arbor, in your home state in Michigan, to take on your rivalry, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they win it with that Jim Harbaugh. And they came back and they beat. Jim Harbaugh came back in the Big Ten title game and they beat Iowa. Domination. So going back to the college football semifinals, Alabama, Michigan. Michigan, only reason why they won this game. And I was happy for them to beat Alabama because I felt like Alabama's this is a real good team. Alabama has been to these title game semifinals, college football playoffs before. Michigan didn't care. If you go back to their last 2 semifinals, they had some upset games. First time in Jim Harbaugh against Georgia, embarrassing. Against TCU, we thought this was going to be the year Michigan could be heading to a national title game. They lose to TCU. And then this year, for Michigan fans out there in Ann Arbor, they are praying that Jim Harbaugh is going to try to take this Michigan team to a national title game that they haven't won since 1997. And it's been a long time for this Michigan organization that's been waiting for a title game. They hope Jim Harbaugh can stay. But, hey, That performance against Alabama was the reason why Michigan should deserve to win the national title game or should be deserved as the number one team in the country. So, where am I leaving with this? The best quarterbacks to keep an eye on, J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix Jr. I already talked about Michael Penix Jr. Should have won Heisman Trophy winner. J.J. McCarthy is stepping up. He's 26-1. He's won 26 games. The only loss was against TCU in the college football semifinals. Not against Alabama, against TCU. So he's been a longtime quarterback, probably Jim Harbaugh's best quarterback since, what was the last time Michigan had their best season or best quarterback? Since Tom Brady. So if you're Tom Brady, you might be hearing this, that, hey, Michigan is happy with J.J. McCarthy. But anyways, Tom Brady's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest of all time. But for J.J. McCarthy, you're going after this. If you win this national title game, a lot of us are going to be hoping that he could be maybe a second rounder, first rounder. We'll see. But for my pick, I really want this season to end a better game. And if you can look back to those two seasons, they're both undefeated. One of them is going to have to finish undefeated. If I had to pick this game, and I really want the teams I really wanted to be in the national title game, like Texas Longhorns. Yeah, Longhorn fans, you can see this. Which I really wish they could have hired, not hired, but they could have won against that Washington defense. That it's going to be tested against that Michigan offense. And then you look at Michigan, an emotional win against Alabama. That one was a big one for them. So who am I picking? As of now, after watching those two games and looking at which team wants to win this more, I have to run with Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines are going to win this game, and J.J. McCarthy is going to perform against that Washington defense. Now, I could be wrong. You never know, because that's my pick. Michigan's going to win it. What's my score going to be? I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say I'm going to go with a 38-30 Michigan. Sorry for saying Washington, but Michigan will win it 38-30. And I really think if this is the last time we see Jim Harbaugh in Michigan, who will they hire? If he is out of Michigan, I'd rather hire Sherrone Moore, the offensive coordinator for Michigan. Look what he did to Michigan in those last three games. The last three games. Penn State, Maryland, Ohio State. Great job. He should take this Michigan job if Jim Harbaugh leaves. But I'm rolling with the Blues. So go Blue! Michigan wins it 38-30 over Washington. That's my prediction. Hit the like button and subscribe and leave your predictions in the comments. Who will win it? Will it be the Washington Huskies in searching for their third title? Or will it be Michigan in searching for their 12th? Yes, 12th national title games. So I'll repeat it again. Will it be Washington winning the national title game since 1991? Or will it be Michigan winning that national title game for Jim Harbaugh and for this program since 1997? It will be streaming on ESPN. So, again, leave a comment. Leave your predictions in the comment section below. And hit the like button, subscribe. See y'all in the next one.